And now here I am in like my 30s, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm finally getting back to being my authentic self, my true self. And I
Mm.
honestly have my children to thank for that.
Mm.
Because seeing them be who they are and doing whatever they want to do whenever they feel like it and talking the hell out of my ears, um, they're just being themselves in the moment. And I realized, you know what happened? I was the happiest when I was like that. When I can just do what I wanted to do, not do what I was told to do or do what I needed to do to fit into societal norms. I mean, human beings are the only mammals that are taught how to live. Everything else, it like comes out and has an idea of what it needs to do. It knows
Mm.
its mom for milk. It might need a little bit of teaching to hunt, but it knows that that's what it needs to do. We're
Yeah.
sitting here still trying to figure out, are we supposed to eat? Like, like what the
Yeah.
world? What do you mean? Like, it's crazy. And I mean, there was a gorilla that was taught sign language, and they end up asking him, "What do you think of humans?" And he's like, "Humans are stupid." Like, and I mean, it's crazy because I feel like all animals probably feel that way. If you look at animals, their life, granted, they have hardships. Everything has hardships. Everything has trying times. But they don't have to sit here and be like, "Oh, I need to go to the grocery store and get something to eat tonight. Hey, I need some toilet paper to wipe my backside from pooping out here." Like, "Oh, I need to pay to live on this planet
Yeah.
that I didn't ask to come to," you know? So it's it's
Yeah.
it's interesting. And I understand that when we are not walking in our authentic, genuine self, that's when we start having a lot of issues, mental issues and physical issues, a lot of stress buildup and cardiac arrest and high blood pressure, mental disorders. It's not just what we put in our, it's not just what we eat putting in our body, but it's also the things that we refuse to let out of our body.
Mm.
If you're constantly suppressing who you are, it ties back to having that internal battle with yourself. You're
Mm.
putting on a sure you're living in a masquerade, hiding who you truly are, but being what everybody else wants you to be, and you think that that's who you are, while you have this true self, this inner child beating on this cage, wanting to come out and really experience the world. You know how many people are doing things that they don't even want to do just because of the fact that they have to in order to keep up this idea that they had started with people that they don't even really like.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Well, that's kind of the price to having a soul.
Mm,
Like animals, yeah, they don't have to like pay taxes, which I'm very envious of,
yeah,
but they also don't get the joy of having kids like we do. It's not the same. It's just
well,
not the same.
they do.
So,
Oftentimes they get sold
well,
to something else.
well, yeah, but like what I mean. It's not the same experience, right?
Yeah,
It's not like I get to enjoy my kids for as much time as God gives me or them, and it's an entirely different existence. There's a popular podcast I listen to with some Orthodox Christians,
mhm,
some priests or fathers as they call them, and a common thing that they say is we don't know what it's like to be a bat, and so they use that in a variety of ways. But it's like I can't imagine what it's like to be like that, so I shouldn't even try. Like a bat can't imagine what it's like to raise kids for 20 years and then have grandkids, and so it's part of the trade-offs, I guess.
imagine what a dog would be like if it had to pay child support.
Do you? Yeah, how would it pay them? I mean,
Oh,
bones, like
man.
two
Alright,
two extra bones this week I can
I
give you.
know, right? He's like, "Man, I don't know how I'm gonna get these extra, hens today. I don't mm." You know what?
Well,
Imma have to go rob the cat at the corner."
yeah. Well, dogs, they don't involve the state in their relationships. So that's number one. That's the
Yeah,
pretty smart on their part.
yeah, true, true, true.
Yeah.
Lucky them. Imagine if it was household though.
Yeah.
Hey, I got 12 pups at that house.
Yeah.
It's over there.
Well, yeah, just the sheer number of offspring makes it hard to financially provide for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 37 kids. Boy,
Yep.
it's gonna be
And I got
rough making
37
those payments.
and 3 and 3 puppy babies. Had 3 was it 3 puppy mamas.
Puppy mamas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. At least three. Yeah,
That'd be crazy.
yeah.
So, I know we all are living in our own reality. The things that I go through, the things that I experience on a day-to-day, most likely are not the things that you experience on a day-to-day. And as of right now, our realities are coming together with us being together on on this episode, on this podcast. One thing that I always like to do before I end up ending the podcast is always giving gratitude and what you learned.
Hmm.
So with it, I want to ask you, what do you what do you want to give gratitude for, and what did you learn?
I'm always grateful to hear other people's perspectives
Hmm.
about anything, honestly. And so, your perspective on spirituality, as you call it, is interesting to me um, because it helps refine what I believe, and it helps me be able to relate to other people. So I'm grateful that you were able to share that with me, and hopefully I understood it properly.
And what did you learn?
Oh, what I learned. Hmm. Puppy child support.
Throw
Oh
a
no,
couple,
sorry.
throw a
That
couple
just
dog
first thing
cheese
came
on
up. I learned I got to think about how puppy child support would actually work in a real world now. Yeah,
it. Hey, that can be a running joke right there.
there you go.
You gotta tell your wife about that. Babe,
Yes.
have you ever thought about this? What if?
Yeah. So what did you talk about? Puppy child support. You won't believe it. Did a
Yeah.
whole hour on it.
For me, I gotta show gratitude because my time in the military, they always said that two things you do not want to discuss is religion and politics. That will always lead to an argument. And I'm grateful that I found another individual that I can discuss religion with in an intelligent way to where we can have a conversation. And we both are open-minded, and even if we don't agree, we were able to sit there and listen to one another. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was saying some things just to see how you would like not necessarily some of the things that I said I did not believe.
Mhm.
I was saying things that I had heard or either I had read.
Okay.
And just to hear, okay, what is your take on this? So I don't want you to think that I was saying things that that I believe when it comes to religion. There was some things that I do believe when it comes to religion.
Mhm.
Like for example, the whole me being confused about the taking things out of the Bible, do
Mm.
not remove or add. And I love the way that you spun that as well as, for example, not saying, oh, they need to be circumcised. That's adding something that was never said. I never looked at it that way. I was just thinking that it was pertaining particularly to the Bible.
Mm.
Like you should not add or remove anything from the Bible, you know?
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I love the fact that you brought that to my attention. So thank you for that. And also, what I learned today is I'm gonna have to talk to you again because we're gonna have to go over to politics.
I think that is called for. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, I learned that we're gonna have to talk again.
There
This
you go.
was fun. This was fun.
Yeah.
I really
Agreed. I would be remiss though. My daughter wants to know what your favorite color is.
blue.
Blue. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love.
That used to be my favorite color.
Oh, what is your
Yeah.
favorite color now?
Gray.
Oh, why
Yeah.
gray?
And I don't know why. It changed, and I couldn't even tell you when either. But
Oh, really?
one day I realized the majority of my clothing was gray,
Oh,
and
hmm.
I had dressed myself in complete head to toe gray, and I didn't realize it. And I was like, "Okay, I can't go out like this." I'm Like, I can't just be a blob of gray walking
Yeah,
around, and I
yeah.
realized, well, like, all my stuff that I like is gray, so I guess gray is my favorite color. So,
Oh, okay. So,
yeah,
but you never really stopped and thought about it, like, "Why do I
no,
have so much gray?"
no, it's completely organic, as they say. Yeah.
It just catches your eye or just so happens that the things that you like happen to be gray?
Yeah, I don't know, it's just I think, I like it. I like the color the best, how it looks. Yeah,
Hmm, that's
I don't
pretty
know.
dope.
It used to be blue, and I got a lot of blue. I got some blue there, but, blue blue and gray, yeah.
Did you have a favorite shade of blue, or it was just blue altogether?
Actually, uh,
'Cause, I mean, you think about it, they got, like, crayon box colors, like, you got
oh, yes.
shades of things, and it's got different names.
Yeah, no, agreed. I don't I think lighter blue, but I liked all blue. When the first house I bought and moved into before I met my wife,
Yeah,
I painted the living room dark, dark blue, like
like royal blue?
deep, deep blue, like almost like it was like almost too dark, you know? And once I started dating her and she eventually when we got married and she moved in,
Mhm.
she's like, listen, this blue, it's a little much, you know. We need to do something about this. So she we went with a light blue, like a country blue, something, you know, about like this blue, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I liked blue, and then all of a sudden, I guess I'm a gray person.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
it
I mean,
happens.
that's something that's amazing about human beings. It's just we are constantly changing. We're ever changing. And I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
you can't really say it's for the better or for the worse because when it comes down to a duality, there is no such thing as good or bad. It's just human experience. The only way we're able to perceive it or define it is by saying good or bad. The universe recognizes things as in whatever you put out is what you will receive back.
Hmm. I would disagree with you there and say that there is such a thing as bad.
Okay.
But that's another. We'll go over that some other time. But
I can edit this.
oh no, keep it in. I don't care.
I can edit this.
It's yours. Do whatever you want.
Yeah. Check this out. I'm gonna ask you this question so that way you can think about it.
Okay.
The war on terror, America's war on terror. Who was good? Who was bad?
uh, I say both. A little of both.
Okay. So how can both be good or bad? Somebody has to be good, somebody has to be bad, right? If you're looking at what is good, what is bad. Hey, beautiful souls. If you love deep conversations about life, love, and spiritual growth, help us reach more like minded people. Like, comment, and share to push these powerful episodes through the algorithm. Let's build a community that thrives on wisdom and connection. Find us everywhere. YouTube at Danley_Divine, Facebook and Kick at Divine Time Podcast, and also follow the blog, divinetime.blog. If you're looking for your soul tribe, join our Telegram group, Warriors of Love. Together we rise. Divine Time is now.